You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and we are here today with a Patreon request from our good friend Matt. This is RAMMSTEIN, Ohne Dich.
Thank you so much, Matt.
I'm so excited to have another RAMMSTEIN come down the rabbit hole. This one is a ballad about the loss of a loved one. I'm really looking forward to hearing how this ballad goes with RAMMSTEIN, as I'm used to hearing a lot more of their more harder stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're excited to have more RAMMSTEIN come down that rabbit hole, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Very well said. Very excited for this, too. Let's see the side of ballad with RAMMSTEIN. Yes?
Is the screen up? I'm not convinced. I'm sorry.
Just so you guys know, we have PTSD for not throwing up a camera or a mic or something, so sometimes right when we hit the play button in our minds, it's like, did we hit it? So that's just to show you a little bit of our panic, what can happen to humans as everything. So here we go. We're gonna start for good now.
Ich werde in die Tannen gehen, dahin, wo ich sie zuletzt gesehen. Doch der Abend wirft ein Tuch aufs Land und auf die Wege hinterm Waldesrand. Und der Wald, er steht so schwarz und leer. Weh mir, oh weh. Und die Vögel singen nicht mehr. Ohne dich kann ich nicht sein. Ohne dich. Mit dir bin ich auch allein. Ohne dich. Ohne dich zähl ich die Stunden. Ohne dich. Mit dir stehen die Sekunden, lohne nicht. Auf den Nesten in den Gräben ist es nun still und ohne Leben. Und das Atmen fällt mir ach so schwer. Weh mir, oh weh. Und die Vögel singen nicht mehr. Ohne dich kann ich nicht sein. Ohne dich. Mit dir bin ich auch allein. Ohne dich. Ohne dich zähl ich die Stunden. Ohne dich. Mit dir stehen die Sekunden. Lohne nicht. Ohne dich. Ohne dich.
Wow.
So, we didn't hear the lyrics. We read the lyrics.
Yeah, we
Oh.
were knowing this wouldn't have the lyrics for us, so we made sure to check that out, so we had some idea. of
So
what this was
going
about.
into this, because we've read the lyrics and we know that they're singing "Without You, I can't exist without you." Essentially, it's
Yeah.
it's a ballad about
a
losing
mourning of
someone,
what,
a
losing
mourning.
something or someone.
And when I first saw this, and there was all the guys around the river about to go into the woods, the
Go on a
mountain,
big adventure.
go. I
Searching for
thought,
something.
maybe the one guy, they tapped him on the back, like, okay, come on, bud, let's go.
Yeah.
Then maybe he had lost someone, and so
Mhm.
the guys would get together to go on an
Yeah.
adventure to bring him out of his slump
Of course,
type of
of
idea.
course. Yeah, yeah,
And this was so shocking to me that
he passes away, it looks like. And
yeah,
he's
it
the
looks
one
like
who
that it
loses.
was actually one of the bros. It was one of their guys.
Or maybe he lost someone, and then because he's in that state and he's
He
so
just let
clouded,
go.
he then perished at a part where if he was more aware because of his loss that has happened, he then passed as well. So it's a double loss.
Yeah, or even and with that, just letting go, being like, you know what, guys, like I can't carry on, because one of the lyrics is, without you,
Yeah.
I can't carry on.
Yeah,
So,
that's just it, right?
right?
And
So that's it. It's so hard when you get to that point where
it's hard to hold on sometimes.
it's hard to hold on.
Yeah, I did get that. And it's powerful even not seeing the lyrics and not remembering
Mm-hmm.
them all as we have read them. But the German tongue again, just with
It's
this
so
ballad.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So gorgeous.
Und das Atmen fällt mir ach so schwer. Weh mir, oh weh. Und die Vögel singen nicht mehr. Ohne dich kann ich nicht sein. Ohne dich. Mit dir bin ich auch allein. Ohne dich. Ohne dich zähl ich die Stunden. Ohne dich. Mit
He's not dead. He just blinked.
Yeah,
So like
that's why I always think it was more maybe
Oh.
he lost someone.
he lost
And then
someone.
he can't really function right now. So it is kind of that trying to bring him out, most
Yeah.
likely.
dir stehen die Sekunden. Lohne nicht. Ohne dich.
Ooh. Ah. No.
Ohne dich.
Dragging him.
Ohne dich. Ohne dich. Ohne dich. Ohne dich. Ohne dich.
Now, is he asleep finally, or is he dead, or could he finally rest?
I think he took his final rest.
But he made it up to the top first, and that was a very empowering video because life is about that struggle uphill, and you want to give up halfway through or even near the top. But if you got your friends that can help you get through it and your family, then they can lift you at least to the top, and you'll get to see the beauty maybe before you pass away, but at least you know your friends are going to continue on, and that's sometimes good enough. And there's such a motif of like a really amazing story that they threw into this amazing song itself, and that short of time is really powerful.
It really is. Rammstein tells amazing stories
Yeah.
with their music videos and their songs.
Yeah, they really do.
this would not be as impactful if it was in English, as we read the English lyrics.
Yes, yeah.
And hearing it in the German tongue just makes it so much more impactful, makes it such a beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ohne Dich is without you in German.
It looks like that was its placement. Yeah.
I think that was the placement.
We hope so.
Hope so. And or a variation of that.
Something like in that spirit.
And because the English lyrics just continued saying, without you,
Yeah.
I am lost. Without you, I can't move on. Without you.
Exactly.
And that kind of has a double-edged meaning to it. Because it's without you, because the person he lost, which has made his heart turn to ice, like the mountain they were climbing.
Of course.
But also without his friends, without you, he wouldn't have been able to make it to the top, because he needed, as you're saying, that family and those people to help bring him out of that schlump, in the sense to get him to his destination, his goal.
Which is crazy, because that's even in the story of Christ, like when he's going up to the cross, which is cool that they had the cross at the top of the mountain.
They did.
And Simon has to go and help Jesus raise the cross up to the top of the mountain because he completely fell by the end of it. So it was like that journey and that morning. And that's why it was just so layered, because we were even semi-confused. What loss was it? But it was multi-layered losses.
It's such a multi-layered loss. And I was really interested to see how RAMMSTEIN was going to do a ballad.
Yeah, no
and
kidding,
it
right?
was still as hard as any RAMMSTEIN is, and I loved it because it had the soul of RAMMSTEIN at its
It did.
at its center, which is
brings it out of you.
And then even having that little tapping that they had as he was tapping on the top of the glass, and it was very quiet.
That little moment, for sure, you didn't know what was going to happen.
Just the wind blowing, where there was no music at all, and it's just pulling you into building the intensity, building the apprehension of what's going to happen next.
And the visual of the frostbite, they always sometimes have one moment in their videos that are a bit shocking.
They do.
Right?
They do have
like
a moment.
One moment or two.
That can be quite shocking.
Yeah.
And I think that's been mentioned in the comments as well, that RAMMSTEIN likes to be shocking. And that's something that they actually pride themselves on.
Totally.
And which is amazing. And I love that about this band.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they talk about real human emotions and what people go through, and like it is a struggle, and that's why I've been reading books on like these motifs and these archetypical stories. So it was really cool to just see something like that was so blatantly what it was, and that's why I just love them. Like you were saying, they're just so open and honest, and they tell amazing stories. Ballad doesn't need a solo or anything like that. That was beautifully just amazing. Done. And coming down the rabbit hole, we're gonna possibly have some more Ohne Dich. How was it? Ohne Dich?
Ohne Dich.
Ohne Dich. That's going to be coming down the rabbit hole most likely very soon, with someone else possibly singing it. So stay tuned. But thank you so much for being here for this one. We really appreciated, Matt. That was an awesome request. Thank you for also giving us the translation, so we kind of knew a little bit more before checking it out, as you always do. Thank you. We are leaving the rabbit hole now, folks.
Thank you so much, Matt. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless you.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special shout out to all of our patrons and YouTube members. We appreciate all of your support.